In the misty dawn of a 15th-century Japanese village, where the mountains seemed to hold up the sky and the wind smelled of damp earth, Hiroshi tightened the worn rope of his straw hat and waded into the flooded rice paddies, his feet sinking into the cold, sucking mud. Life for a peasant was not poetry, it was back-breaking repetition, planting each seedling by hand under the merciless sun, stooping until his back screamed, all for a harvest that would mostly end up in the hands of the tax collectors from the local daimyo. The villagers joked bitterly that rice farming was *ch, and yet it was their lifeline. Without it, they would starve. With it, they still barely survived. The seasons dictated everything: spring for planting, summer for weeding, autumn for harvesting, winter for mending tools and praying the stored rice would last. Hiroshi's wife, Aiko, would join him at midday, carrying a bamboo basket of millet balls, her hands cracked from scrubbing clothes in icy river water. The children, too young to work in the fields, scared crows away with clapping sticks, their laughter swallowed by the croaking of frogs. Every day carried the weight of survival, but also the quiet dignity of those who labored not for glory, but for the right to see another season. When the village faced a flood, Hiroshi and the others worked knee-deep through the night, building makeshift levees with woven reed mats. When drought came, they prayed before the shrine, offering their own meager food to the gods of rain. There were moments of joy, spring festivals with drumming and sake, the taste of the first fresh rice after months of eating last year's dry grain, but these were rare oases in an ocean of toil. And yet, the rhythm of rice farming bound the people together. Each row planted was an act of stubborn hope against the certainty of hardship. Hiroshi sometimes dreamed of a life beyond the mountains, of freedom from the daimyo's tax, of a world where his children could choose something other than mud for their future. But dawn always came, and the paddies always called. The sight of golden stalks swaying in the wind in late autumn was their reward, each grain a testament to months of aching muscles and blistered hands. They threshed the rice with wooden flails, the air thick with chaff, and stored it carefully in clay jars, knowing that one bad winter could undo all their work. Life was fragile, one plague of insects, one warlord's whim, one storm too many, and the village would vanish like footprints in wet soil. Still, as Hiroshi stood at the edge of the paddy one evening, the sky painted red with sunset, he felt a strange pride. The rice in the field was his sweat, his blood, his story. It was not an easy life, but it was theirs, carved into the earth with bare hands and unyielding will. And tomorrow, as always, he would rise before the sun, bow to the mountains, and step once more into the mud.